Hi YouTube, it's Lena, and I'm here today with the intro to the Throwback 30 project pan for 2022. This particular project pan was created by Jessica Lee. I will be linking her down below. It is one that takes place in the PANtastic Ladies Facebook community, and this one in particular you kind of do have to be a member because of what the project is. It is because you can't do every project that comes up in there. There's just too many, which is awesome that you have so many to choose from, but sometimes you get a little bit of panning envy. It's like, oh, I wish I could do that, but I'm already doing like 10 others, so I can't fit another one in. Well, this project is here to help you with that. It takes 30 prompts from 30 different project pans and mushes them all together into one project. Sounds complicated, but it's really not. It just gives you a little taste of everything that there is. This year, everybody in the group was actually able to vote on which project pans went in, which was pretty awesome. So we all had a say in what would show up to an extent. But yeah, everybody doing this will be linked in a spreadsheet down below. If you want to sign up, just go to just sign up for the Facebook group and go through it that way. It's not hard to join the Facebook group at all. I just know that some people don't have Facebook anymore. I don't blame you. If I didn't have family on it, I'd probably get rid of it myself. Except for this group, so I wouldn't get rid of it anyway. But anyways, let's get started so that I'm not here for half an hour, hopefully. For 12 Days of Christmas, I chose the prompt 5 golden rings, and I chose the Alpha H Liquid Gold with glycolic acid toner. I think if I shine a light through this, I might be able to see through it, but I did weigh it, and it weighs 128 grams even. My goal is to finish this. Honestly, unless I mention otherwise, my goal for everything is to finish. I think I only have like 1 or 2 things where that's not my goal, so let's just roll with it. And I went kind of hard on myself this year because some of these prompts I threw in more than one thing for it, like the next one. For the 4 Seasons project pan, you just choose something, seasonal. I chose this Ulta Crisp Apple Fall Set. Yes, all 3 of them will be for this prompt because I hate myself. I have the Crisp Apple body spray, the body wash, and the body lotion. I don't know what I was thinking, but we're going for it. We're going for it. Next, for 50 Shades of Green, which is the current 50 Shades going on, I have the Murad Resurgence Rapid Collagen Infusion Serum. This has a pump, so it's very easy to keep track of. I was going to weigh it, but it really doesn't need it. For 50 Shades of Pink, this is something rolling over from last year from the 50 Shades of Pink category. Told you, it was coming back. This is the Kopari Coconut Cleansing Oil. This is taking me forever. I am measuring it upside down now, so right now it is about right here. I need to make a new mark because that was the original mark from when I flipped it upside down. Because it was so hard to see progress, and the bottle keeps going underneath this part right here. So Danny actually suggested to me, hey, flip it upside down and measure it from there. Duh, I don't know why I didn't think of that. And for 50 Shades of Purple, I have the MAC Lipglass in Midnight Dip. It's quite purple. Its weight is, the Kopari is 85.7 grams, and this is 23 grams even. This was actually in 50 Shades of Purple, and I did not finish it, so I figured great place for it to come back. For 7 Deadly Pans, I chose Avarice-Gold because if you look at the picture for this project pan, it has 7 women in dresses, and for Avarice it's gold. Makes sense. My project pans seem to have a color theme. This year it's apparently warm golden tones. I chose the Kopari Everyday Brow Pencil in dark brown. This is actually what I'm using right now. I have a mark on a piece of paper for it, so next month we will be able to track the progress that way. For Alice in Wonderpan, I chose Alice, a childlike product in scent, flavor, and packaging. I think this qualifies for both scent and packaging. I chose the Hempz Peppermint Vanilla Swirl Herbal Body Lotion. The bells, I figure, definitely qualify for childlike, and quite frankly, Peppermint smells kind of bring me back to childhood because, you know, people always had peppermint candies in their purses that they would give you in like church and stuff. So I thought this was really dang cute. While I have not been to a church in many a year, that just kind of sparks a memory for me. For beauty A to Z, I chose B, and I chose this little Bare Minerals 5-in-1 BB Advanced Performance Cream Eyeshadow. I don't know which shade this is in. I know they have shades, but mine doesn't seem to say which. Whatever. I use this as an eye primer, and I used to hate this, but when I retried it, because I got this from, I think, like an extra and a swap or something, now that I set my eye primer, this works fine. So that's great. At least I can use it up. So that'll actually probably be done kind of soon, just depending on how much I wear makeup. I need to weigh it though, because I didn't initially put a spot for weighing it, but then I was like, how the hell am I going to keep track of it? So I will fix that. For Birthstone Beauty, this time I chose November, which is yellow, topaz, citrine, and like I said, warm tones. I chose the Derma E Vitamin C Intense Night Cream. I have never used this. I got this for Christmas last year from my mom. So this is what it looks like. It is a very heavy product, like weight heavy. I haven't used it, so I don't know how heavy it feels on the skin. I hope it's not that heavy. And we have 208.8 grams. Oh, and I'm weighing the Hempz things because I cannot see through them to save my life. And that one weighs 74.9 grams. Let's see. Next, I have Budget Beauty, and I chose something from Shopmissa. You don't get more budget than that for the most part. It is the AOA Oil Control Setting Spray. It's a post-makeup application. Now, the primer one is in my 50 Shades of Green, so once I'm ready to start using them, I will use them together. And its weight is 94.3 grams. I can totally measure it on here, so I will do that too. I just, for some reason, decided I was also going to weigh it. This one I absolutely have to weigh because there's no way to see through it. For Child of the 80s, I chose the Lost Boys, a black or vampy item. I did a black eyeshadow for this one. I originally rolled it in Child of the 80s Project Pan, so I figured go a little bit easier on myself for that and just use black packaging. It's the Milani Make It Last Matte Finishing Spray. I actually bought this from the Milani website. It currently weighs 56.1 grams. Next is Drop 10 Before Summer. I chose a mattifying primer. I figured that was pretty summery. This is the ColourPop All-Star Matte and Blur Primer. Yes, I know they don't make this anymore, but I still have mine, so I need to use it. I actually have been using it recently because I finished my other primer, and it is currently right there. Next is Food for Thought, and I chose the Tree Hut Candy Cane Body Scrub. This is just a little mini, so they're not hard for me to go through it all. It currently weighs 195.7 grams. For Gotta Pan Them All, I chose Charmander, which is something orange, red, or warm toned. Like I said, warm tones. This is the Hempz Spun Sugar and Vanilla Bean Lotion, and I read the wrong time before. This is the one that weighs 74.9 because I've been using it on my hands as a hand cream. This one is the one without the bells. I still took the bells off. It weighs 84.0. I need to fix that in my notes because I wrote them under the wrong headers. That's what messed me up. So for I Heart the 90s, I chose Thelma and Louise, a duo item, and instead of choosing like, you know, a double-ended eye pencil or something, I chose two things that went together because, like I said, apparently I'm going hard on myself this year. So I had the Miami MD Dark Spot Corrector, which is a serum, and the Age Defying Firm and Lift Cream. These were also part of my Christmas gift last year. I don't know what my mother's trying to tell me about my skin. I'm kidding. So the Dark Spot Corrector is easy to track. It actually has like a little window where I can see the pump as it goes up. And this, actually, I have to weigh it. It currently weighs 94.9 grams. Now, this is only an ounce, so I'm currently using both of these products. I'm going through it fairly quickly for a moisturizer, so I think I'm going to finish this before I finish the Dark Spot Corrector, unfortunately. But hey, it happens. Whatever. For Harry Potter and the Pan of Fire, I chose Golden Snitch or a gold item. And I chose the Skin & Co. Truffle Therapy Essential Face Toner. This has a little bit of use on it before I put it aside to start working on something for 50 Shades of Green. So right now it is right here, but it's probably not going to move again for at least another month. For Let's Get Loose, I chose the Shopmissa AOA Perfect Setting Powder. Literally $1. And its weight is currently 26 grams even. It comes with 7 grams of product. I didn't do a measurement on here because I don't seem to find those to be terribly accurate. But once I start using this, as long as I'm wearing makeup fairly regularly, I suspect I will go through this fairly quickly. It's like one of my smallest full-size loose setting powders. And I can burn through a loose setting powder as long as I'm wearing makeup a lot. Like, just, I apparently use a lot of freaking powder. I don't know what to tell you. For lip service, another returner. This is the Chi Chi Viva La Diva lipstick in Game On. I do have a new mark on a piece of paper for it. It's just a nub, but I have been working on this hard for like 3 months and it is still not done. I'm wearing it today, but it doesn't count for this project. It actually counted for the last project. So I'm basically starting over count-wise and everything. Yay. Hopefully I can get this finished in like the next 2 to 3 months. Because I'm not setting it aside to work on it later or everything. I want it done. I've been working on it far too long to stop now. So that's why I literally rolled it in for the same prompt in the next project. For Mean Girl quotes, I chose She Doesn't Even Go Here. Something that doesn't belong in your collection, borrowed from a friend, needs to be decluttered, etc. I chose to interpret that as old and needs to use up. And it's one of my oldest foundations. It is the Wander Beauty Nude Illusion Foundation. This thing smells. I'm a little concerned. I was like, I don't remember it smelling kind of weird. So I will try it out soon and see if like I get a reaction out of it or anything. And I know some of you guys are like, well, just throw it away. But you know, it's an expensive ass foundation. I don't want to just throw it away without at least giving it a shot. Its weight is currently 49.8 grams. And when I take the doe foot out, which I hate foundations with a doe foot, I really do. I don't know why I kept this knowing that it had a doe foot. I got this from Ipsy, so I shouldn't have kept it, but it's here, so. But when I squeezed all the air out, it's only got like half of a thing of product. And while I am currently using a foundation that I'm trying to use up, I might start working on both of these at the same time because I think I could get this out fairly quickly if I was working on it. But first I have to make sure that it's any good, so we'll see. For Nightmare on Panning Street, I chose the Invisible Man, something that erases, primer, concealer, foundation, powder, and I chose a little mini. This is the one size, what are you called? I don't remember. One size ultimate setting powder. I got this as like a add-on order to something, a Sephora order, duh, it's still sealed. I did weigh it because once again, I don't trust the trying to draw things on here. It currently weighs 14.4 grams. I have a powder I'm trying to finish right now, and then I will get to this, and once this is done, I'm going to move on to this. So that is my current plan of attack with my powders. For Pan as Old as Time, which is your oldest like palette, I chose the Urban Decay Book of Shadows Redux Volume 4, and I believe the shade is called Kiddie Pool. This is the one I just want to hit pan on. And that will take me long enough because Urban Decay shadows are pretty tightly packed. We will do it. We will see. For Pan of Dinosaurs, I chose the Ankylosaurus. I hope I said that right. Something that protects you. I chose the Hosk Curl Care 5-in-1 Leave-In Spray. Detangles and protects curls. So there it is right there. I hadn't realized I had used up so much of this already because I've been using it for the past couple of months, but I thought it was about like here. No, it's like almost halfway done. So that might actually finish before the end of this year, which would kind of surprise me. Anyways, for Skin is In, you just need some kind of skincare product. I chose a little gimme. This is the Dermalogica Special Cleansing Gel. Here is my mark. Funny story, when I was trying to pull the safety seal off of this so that I could measure it, I decided to do it with my teeth for some reason instead of my nails, and I squirted a glob of this into my mouth. Don't pull off stuff with your teeth. I know that, and I still did it. For That's Expensive, I chose the Evolute Hydrating Serum, and despite this cheap-ass plasticky packaging, this is a $68 serum, and while it is not the most expensive serum that I own, it is an expensive serum that I own. It's another thing I got through Ipsy Glam Bag Plus. I weighed it. It weighs 39.2 grams. There's a couple of serums before I get to this one that I need to go through, but hopefully I at least start on this by the end of the year. That's kind of my goal with it. For That's So 2000s, I chose VHS, a product you have to wind up, and I chose the Milk Makeup Watermelon Brightening Clay Face Mask. I don't want to roll it all the way up, but I did make a mark on a piece of paper for it, so this is what it looks like. And I want to go ahead and get this used up, even though I just got this year, or like the end of last year, I think technically, because these dry out pretty fast. I've seen other people complain about it. Mine is still good. I even checked it before I started to like rub some on the back of my hand. And it takes a little working, but I heard that these are just naturally kind of dry. It takes a little bit of finesse, but I can get it on there pretty easily, so not too worried about it yet, but I need to get it used up. For the Golden Girls Project Pan, I was so happy that this one actually made it in here because I loved doing this because I grew up on the Golden Girls, so yeah. I chose Blanche, an item that makes you feel sexy or sexy packaging. I actually chose this for the name more than the packaging. It is the Buxom Powerful Plump Lip Balm in Big O. So it's just a little mini. But I think I will start working on this in about the next month because I'm working on something right now as a lip balm, and I have burned through it in the past month. It's got a little ways to go, but really not much. For This Is Fantasy, I chose Dragon, a large product, packaging, amount, etc. Chose the Herbivore Cocoa Rose Body Scrub. I could beat someone to death with this. Like, it is huge. And it definitely has more of a rose scent than coconut oil or anything like that. So, I am quite interested in using this, but I have a couple of scrubs to go through before I get to it. Its weight is currently 479.0 grams. It is the, by far, heaviest thing in this project. Because it's like heavy glass packaging on top of coming with, like it comes with a lot of product too. It is an 8 ounce or 222.6 gram product. So a lot of product, nice packaging. That means I could beat somebody to death with it. For 28, these are so long to get started. I have tiny pans, and I chose the itty bittiest pans in my collection. This is the Coastal Scents Style Eyes Eyeshadow Duo. This is actually the Formal Eyes Duo because these came in Birchbox a number of years ago. And I got this one, and I also have another one, but it's not in here. That is like, I think it's called Emerald Eyes. It has a gold and a green in it. So this one has a matte cream and like a purpley taupey color. You're not gonna be able to see the matte cream. I don't know why I swatched it, but this is what they look like. I hope you can see that. I should probably swatch Kiddie Pool as well since I swatched the other two. Yeah, that's way more pigmented, which I'm not surprised. It's Urban Decay versus Coastal Scents, and while Coastal Scents were definitely great for the price, I mean, you could see the difference in a little bit of quality. So, it still sucks that they're no longer a company. Like, they went out of business, I think, last year. And I have some hot pots by them that are still really nice. Alright, so Turn and Burn is next. This is another one that I decided to hate myself for. Because I'm actually going to roll something in, turn it, and burn it every time I finish something up. Most people don't do it that way. When I did this last year and this prompt was here, I didn't do it that way. Like I said, I hate myself. For the first one, this is the Smashbox Vitamin Glow Primer. I don't have many things outside of primers and powders and lip products for the most part, and like I have some blushes and whatnot. I don't have very many easy things in makeup that I can do this with, so there's probably going to be some skincare in here as well. But as if I can fit it in, I'm probably going to try to stick to makeup products just because those are more fun. And finally, for 30, I chose the Zodiac Project Pan. I chose my Zodiac time, which is Sagittarius, which is November 22 to December 31st. Rich purples and dark blues, the only thing that didn't fall into a warm colored category. And I chose the Tree Hut 24-hour intense hydrating shea body butter in Moroccan rose. I used to hate the smell of rose and products, but now I like it. I don't know, I think I got old. Anyways, this has never been used. I do really like that scent. Like, there's something else to it other than rose. I think it's argan oil that kind of tempers the too floral, what might make it too florally otherwise makes it, you know, more bearable. Its weight is currently 259.9 grams. So I'm tired. Hopefully I can edit this down a little bit and at least get it under 20 minutes. But thank you guys for tuning in. As always, I do really appreciate it, and hopefully I will see you later. Bye!